There's no doubt about it, this has been a rough first year for the Overwatch League. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Overwatch League controversies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most troubling stories that have come out since the Overwatch League was launched. I apologize in advance for butchering the following names. Number 10, Taeyong Kim, Houston Outlaws. We love memes as much as the next person, but some things are just not in good taste. In early February of 2018, Houston Outlaws head coach Taeyong Kim tweeted a meme that made a somewhat insensitive joke about the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. Before the Overwatch League had a chance to react, Kim issued an apology on Twitter and donated $1,000 to the Hiroshima Peace Culture Foundation. The Overwatch League noted this and decided to let him off with a formal warning. There's a lesson to be learned here, kids. Maybe don't make fun of people who perished in a nuclear fire. Number 9, Major League Baseball logo battle. When it comes to the magical world of copyright, patents, and trademarks, things can get dicey real fast. However, we didn't think that the Major League Baseball organization expected any backlash from Overwatch fans. When the logo for the Overwatch League was revealed in July of 2017, many fans saw where the inspiration had come from. The MLB took note of this too, and the public quickly became aware that the baseball franchise had the ability to file a lawsuit on accounts of trademark infringement. Needless to say, the fans were furious, and yet MLB was silent, missing their window to file the case. Was it because of the massive backlash from Overwatch fans? That's probably it. Number 8, Fang Undead Chao, Shanghai Dragons. One of the struggles of being a professional gamer is keeping your career and your personal life separate. Of course, this is easier to do if you've got nothing to hide. As for Fang Undead Chao of the Shanghai Dragons, this was not possible. In March of 2018, Chao came under allegations of harmful behavior against women in previous relationships. The rumors became such an issue that Chao retreated to China, and by the end of the month, the Shanghai Dragons officially released him from the roster. Chao later published a letter meant for one of the women he hurt, and on April 3rd, 2018, he joined Chinese team Lingan Esports and took on the name Hypnos. Number 7, Chen Yu4 Kongshan, Shanghai Dragons. The players might be the faces of the Overwatch League, but there are a lot of people that manage the teams behind the scenes. However, often instead of toxic behavior, the problems here lie in manipulation. In January of 2018, it was discovered that the coach of the Shanghai Dragons, Chen Yu4 Kongshan, had been sharing his account with other players. Blizzard does not take this stuff lightly, and it shows in the $6,000 fine Kongshan received. Another $3,000 was tacked on for Kongshan improperly communicating to other players rather than with their managers. 2 months later, Kongshan stepped down, but the reasons behind that were never made fully clear. It could have been those rumors about his harsh practice sessions, though. Number 6, Timo Taimu Kettunen, Dallas Fuel. We shouldn't have to say this, but don't be a dick online. There is such a thing as playing nice, and if you're doing this for a job, well, you might screw up your job. This is not the first in Dallas Fuel's trouble with their pro gamers demonstrating toxic behavior, though. While in the middle of a stream, Timo Taimu Kettunen uttered a homophobic slur against an enemy player.
Oh, stupid fucking faggot kid.
He quickly began to dismiss his remark as accidentally toxic. The story really took off though when ESPN picked it up, rightly pointing out that Blizzard has been silent on the issue despite the league's code of conduct. Taimu ultimately apologized and was issued a $1,000 fine. Number 5, Josue EQO Corona, Philadelphia Fusion. Again, I apologize for screwing up any names. Anyway, it's all fun and games until you make an incredibly racist joke and then don't realize it until the backlash storms in. While in the middle of a public stream, EQO slanted his eyes and said,
"I'm Korean."
Yeah, good move, buddy. After receiving a hefty amount of negative feedback, Philadelphia Fusion suspended Corona for 3 games and issued a fine of $2,000. Additionally, his streaming privileges were revoked until June 17, 2018. Unlike some of the other players on this list, Corona didn't just issue an apology. He also donated $3,000 to the Anti-Defamation League and their No Place for Hate campaign. Number 4, Felix XQC Langille, Dallas Fuel. The last thing the Dallas Fuel needed was more toxic teammates, so it's a bit puzzling as to why Felix XQC Langille wasn't terminated after his first offense. The tank player had been causing trouble throughout the season, resulting in expensive and lengthy penalties. In January of 2018, he was suspended for making a homophobic remark against Austin Muma Wilmot of the Houston Outlaws. 2 months later, he called Overwatch League casters cancer in an aggressive tweet, which he later deleted. With his troublesome behavior outside of the league, he was fined $4,000 and issued a 4-match suspension. He was eventually released by the Dallas Fuel on March 11th, 2018. Number 3, Minsoek OGE Sun, Dallas Fuel. Dallas Fuel has a couple of issues, eh? When OGE Son was signed to the team, it was actually to replace Felix XQC Langille. So to have your newly signed replacement player get caught for another scandalous bit of activity, well, that's kind of embarrassing. In late March 2018, OGE was caught for account boosting, where an individual player is paid to increase the rank of another player's profile. The Overwatch League suspended OGE for 4 games, including a match that was supposed to occur hours after the news broke. He wasn't allowed to play again until April 11th, 2018. Number 2, Maxwell Bateman, San Francisco Shock. It wasn't long after the Overwatch League was formed that the behavior of those involved quickly became a concern. In November of 2017, San Francisco Shock came under fire when Twitch streamer Crystalline accused their team manager, Maxwell Bateman, of sexual assault. Allegedly, the two had met in September when Bateman gave her a spiked drink. It wasn't long until Andy Miller, co-owner of Shock's parent company, NRG Esports, announced that Bateman was promptly fired, citing their zero-tolerance policy. Bateman denied the allegations in his own statement. Number 1, Jonathan Dream Casper Sanchez, Boston Uprising. This is the most recent and probably the most disgusting. On April 8, 2018, screenshots surfaced showing the Boston Uprising player text messaging a minor. On top of that, the two had been exchanging lewd images of each other. At first, Boston Uprising had only placed Sanchez under indefinite suspension, but the situation quickly became worse after a second young lady, also underage, made similar allegations, which led to the swift termination of Sanchez's contract. Exchange those jerseys while you can, guys. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.